Alright guys, so this is take 4. I'm trying to do this quickly and in one video so I can upload it to YouTube for you guys and I don't have to split it into 2. First thing you're going to do is press Ctrl J and copy your layers, okay? You're going to go down to your healing brush tool and you're going to copy the area right by your subject and you're going to bring it in and you're going to cover over your subject, okay? I normally go down to about their hips if it's this far away. If it's further away, I go down to their feet and create a smaller depth of field and so on and so forth. If it's closer, you start a little further out. But anyways, you're going to go all the way around your client or your subject and cover them with your healing brush tool. Okay? You're going to go completely around. Like I said, I'm probably going to go to their hips. If you don't do this, it creates a white halo around them and it doesn't come off as believable as it should. That's why you kind of try to create this base layer on top of them because when you take the blur around it, the halo won't be there. Okay. I missed a little part of her hair. Hold on real quick. This is going to be a really quick video because I know a lot of you are already waiting, but it's not going to be very clean because I just want to show you guys how to achieve it quick. Okay, so you do that and then you go up to your filter on the same layer, go to blur, click gloss and blur. I do about 18. Okay, but it's your preference. You can do whatever you want. However rich you want it, you can do it. The lower you go, obviously, the less blur, the higher, the more. Okay, so I'm about at 18.2 because this works for my photo. Okay, then I'm going to go down, click background. I'm going to copy the background layer again. Oops, did it twice. Only copy the background layer once. Okay, then you're going to move it on top of your first layer. Okay, that's going to bring you back to your background copy layer. After you do that, you're going to take your quick selection tool and select your subject or your client. Okay? Don't worry if it's not completely perfect. You're going to have to go over it again anyways with your brush to refine your edges. This isn't the perfect video, guys. Sorry, I had to film it with my camera. And, yeah, I apologize, but this was the easiest way. I didn't want to do screenshots for you guys because I know there can be a lot of confusion with that. Anyways, after it selects, you're going to... Okay, you're going to add a layer mask. Okay? That causes your background to go blur and your subjects to be masked off. Okay? See? Alright. So, then you're going to grab a brush. Normally pretty small brush. At 100% opacity. You're going to zoom in, and the very first thing you're going to do before you start fixing the edges is if there are any spots missing, you guys see this little bit right here, if there are any spots missing that don't have a blur, you're going to add it back, okay? As to make it look even, because of course without those spots that would be without a blur. Don't worry too much about covering up your subjects, like I said, because you're going to have to go around again and fix them to take it off. Okay? You're going to go around, add back whatever blur is not there that your quick selection tool did not get. In this case, I only went down to their hips, so I'm not going to go any further than that. You can already see a little tiny halo beginning right here because of that. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna, well, let me do one last check. Okay, we're pretty good. Alright, fit on screen. I'm gonna make my brush bigger, and now I'm going to create my starting point for my depth of field. Alright, I'm going to probably start right about here, where their feet are, a little bit before, and take off the blur. Come up, take off the blur, come up, and just take it off, okay? When I reach their hips, where I started the clone tool, I go up to the opacity brush and I lower it to about 53, 55, and I go back over the blur, okay, as to take it off. It doesn't completely take it off, but it takes it off at a lower opacity, so it blends the blur a little bit better. Then I go back and turn the brush down to about 25, 30, and go back over the top of the blur to help it blend. Okay, so now it's all blended, and I make my brush smaller, and I'm going to go around and refine my edges to take the blur off of my subjects. Okay, let's do 100. Alright, just going to quickly go around, and you use a soft brush with this. You don't want it too hard, because then you're going to get a line around the edges of them. Okay, and go around, use a soft brush, and take off any of the excess blur that is on them. Alright. Oh, see, I missed a spot. Should have put more blur on there. I can still do it. Alright. Go around. Alright. I'm sure that there may be an easier way to do this. This was the way that I was taught via another photographer in the group, and it's the way I've been using. If you come across any easier way that works best for you, or something that can be applied to this method that works better, please don't hesitate to let us all know how to do it, because if there's an easier way, why not? Okay, and go around and just take the blur off, baby girl. Alright, take it off mom's hair. Alright, well, this is going to be a quick edit, guys. I'm sorry, it takes forever to load up to YouTube. I apologize. I mean, I didn't know it was going to take so long, or else I would have done this a different way. Alright, so I would go completely into my full post-editing process to show you how to apply the fall look, but that's just going to be a really long video. It won't be too long, but like I said, it'll take forever to upload. Anyways, okay, so that is covered. I think we're pretty good, especially just for this quick edit. If you go over too far and you take the blur off, it's easy to put back, so you just switch your black and white coloring on the side. Alright, let's see. Fit on screen. That's about good. Alright, you're going to flatten your image, okay? Now what I see and what normally tends to work for me is the more layers you apply, the quicker, or not the quicker, the creamier it gets. I like to add matte. I love matte. And whenever I add matte, it gives it a just an awesome deepness to it, I guess you could say, okay? So there's that. It's at 70 right now. You can do this with your curves layer too if you don't have a matte action, or you could message me and I can give you a few free ones. But actually I don't think I'm going to go with this one. This one's a bit too dark. I'm going to go with Stone Soup, okay? That gives it a little warmth, okay? But I take the matte off of them, not completely, but I go down and use probably about a 50 to 45 opacity brush, and let's see, I take it off of them a bit because it makes them pop, okay? Yeah, it makes your subject pop better than they would if they were completely matted off. Alright. This is still a bit too dark, so I'm probably going to apply... See, here I go, getting ready to go into my post-editing. Here, I'll just add one quick little action instead of doing a hand edit. Alright. Let's see. Let's take it off. Alright, you can go about your normal editing after you're done, with this, and it should be completely fine. Like I said, the more layers, the more, creamy texture you get. I'm just going to add a quick, action, that way you guys can see the end result a bit better, because I know this image is kind of blah right now. Okay, I don't know if you saw how well that changed, but alright, now if we go to that's without it, that's with it. Okay, you're gonna flatten your image. Oops. And that's it, guys. That's how you get the creamy bokeh. I'm sure there's an easier way, like I said, but as for me, that's what works best, and I hope it works for you too. Thank you. Sorry it took so long.